Okay, I'm in the Kakariko basement, and, hey Shad, got this fancy book I want to show you. Check it. Looks like we're about to pull out like a knife and just like stab him in the back. I found it. It's a long story. Involves lots of kittens. Oh, fuck. Open sesame? Damn. Oh, well, thank you. What the? Whoa. And power has returned to the Dominion Rod. Sweet. Yeah, sounds like a plan. And now begins the Dominion Rod Owl Statue quest, which is, again, I would compare it to the Triforce quest in the amount of filler BS this entire quest is. Because basically, Shad is marked on the map, I believe, 7 different locations. There's 2, there's, that's 5 so far, 6. Is it only 6, really? I see, that's 4, 5. Is there one in Snow Peak? Nope. Okay, so it's 6. 6 owl statue locations that we have to go to one by one and, yeah, deal with them. So let's actually do that right now, I guess. Sure, let's deal with the ones by Castletown first and get them out of the way. Can we warp from here? Perfect. Okay, let's just warp to Castletown and get this out of the way, because this quest is... It's not terribly long, but it's just boring, and it clearly is padding. Okay, so marking off the beginning of the quest. Oh, that's actually pretty convenient. It shows you all of them right here. Even though this isn't all of them, because there's one in Gerudo and there's one in Ordon. But basically, all throughout the game, you might be remembering seeing these owl statues. And yes, we can actually use our newly powered Dominion Rod to take control of them, just like the normal statues from the, well, first off, screw you. Oh my god. Could you just die, please? Holy crap, thank you. And I'll deal with you, too. Not even gonna bother dealing with that Poe. I don't have time for this BS. Let's just use the Dominion Rod on this thing over here. Beautiful. And now basically what we have to do is we have to get to every location where there's a statue. We need to get directly on top of the statue and get where the statue is standing, rather, and pick up these ruins. If I could even get on top of here. Please, game. Please work with me. There we go. Are you fucking kidding me? There we go. Jesus. Sweet. Yeah, there's still others. And one thing that you might notice as well about every single one of these owl statue areas is there's almost always an optional chest. So we'll try and get some of those too, because they do have good rewards in them. If I could even get this statue around this bend right here. And I'm gonna try my best to ignore this Poe. Okay, there we go. That should be good enough. There we go. I'm actually surprised that jump worked. And an orange rupee for our troubles, so that's nice. Again, more potion money, basically. Okay, so let's turn into a wolf and just head to the next marker, which is just on the other side of this chasm over here. One annoying thing, too, is it doesn't even erase them from your map, either, so you have to remember which ones you've gotten, although it's not that big of a deal. I'm just nitpicking because this part's dumb. Okay, and there should be another owl statue just around the bend right here, right? There we go, right here. So if we just go back to link form and link form, sounds weird, and let's use the Dominion Rod to get down here. Then what we can do is we can just hook onto this. Actually, what's on top of here? Oh, there's actually a platform. Interesting. Well, that's actually not what I want to do. So let's move the statue back a little bit, and we should be able to drop directly down on top of it. There we... Are you fucking kidding me? Kill yourself, Link. Just... Okay, maybe that's a little bit harsh. Just jump into fire. I don't know. Who cares? There we go. It's just, I don't know, it's just a lot of this game, like, not a lot of this game, but a lot of what we've been doing lately, like, with stuff like the Temple of Time and everything, it's painfully fillery. Like, you can just tell it's filler that they added in because they needed to extend game time. And it's just unfortunate that so much of it happens near the end game like this. I mean, I guess that's where most people put their filler, but still. Wind Waker had the same exact problem with the Triforce Quest, and Skyward Sword has... the same problem, too, with going back to the dragons at the end of the game. Each of those games, to varying degrees of annoyingness, I'd say Wind Waker wins hands down for the worst of those filler quests. Anyway, let's actually warp to the Bridge of Eldin, because that's faster than walking there, and we'll get to another ruin from there. Okay, on the Bridge of Eldin, and it's still nighttime, amazingly. I'm kind of hoping that the day-night cycle changes, because this is bumming me out a little bit. And anyway, there's this actually cleverly hidden owl statue just sitting right up here that almost blends completely in with the environment, which is a little strange, but basically what we can do is we can just get it off of his pedestal, and simple as that. Now we just grab the ruin. Sweet. But we're not done yet, because there's actually a hidden goodie on the other side of the Bridge of Eldin, and believe it or not, we need to bring the statue all the way over there. Spend our time, go! Okay, and our reward for getting this Dominion, this statue all the way over here is, basically we just have to push it into this pit right here to get across, so... Let's, Link can still do the bash attack, even though he can't actually... Oh, God, there's a lot of enemies. No, fuck you. There we go. Okay, let's, hit this thing. And, can I actually get on top of that, or do I have to move it forward more? There we go. Okay. Now we can jump on top of it and hopefully make this jump. I hate this game. Okay, take two. We can jump on top of it and hopefully make this jump. There we go. And yes, you have to actually... Who in their right mind would actually bring this statue all the way over here without looking at a guide? My God. Because yes, there is a chest on top of this thing, and it does contain a goddamn piece of heart. So this is definitely one of the more well-hidden ones in the game. Anywho, next one is actually just south of us right now in Kakariko Gorge, so we can actually just, let's actually use our horse charm, believe it or not. I know I said this thing is useless, but sure, let's actually use it and get across the gorge here and just grab another Sky Rune. Mush, opponent, mush! Slow down. There we go. There we go. Ow! Man, these bomb arrows keep dicking Link over. It's pretty funny. Anyway, we haven't been to this portion of Hyrule Field in a long time. The last time we were here was actually for the, well, I guess we did it for that bridge quest, but, I mean, traversing it on Epona the last time we were here was all the way back when we fought King Bulbin, which is interesting. Anyway, as you can see, the next Sky Ruin should just be down here in this, pass. Okay, and right around here, correct? Right around here, correct? Oh my god, there's so much chew jelly. What the hell? Why is there goo on Hyrule Field? Is there any blue goo? Is it all purple? Okay, it's all purple, unfortunately. Believe it or not, we don't have any empty bottles, though, so we don't actually need to do this. However, I will scoop up the yellow chew jelly just for some more lantern oil, because it's pretty useful. Okay, and let's use the Dominion Rod and grab this really easy one over here. It's still really nice. I haven't really talked about this much, but it's one really nice thing about the HD version. I mentioned this so long ago, but like I just did it casually, just willy-nilly while I was doing that. It's really nice being able to equip items while you're running on the go. It's just, I don't know, it just speeds up the game immensely. Maybe not as useful as Wind Waker HD, because you could do it while sailing, so it gave you something to do, but because you need to do it while like running and stuff in this game, which is a little harder to do, but still, it helps. Anyway, so... Oh, that's interesting. The flags on the map actually disappeared. Okay, well, I guess we have to head down to, Ordon now. This is a nice camera angle. I guess we have to head down to Ordon now to, get the Sky Ruin from there, and there's also one in Gerudo Valley, so... Let's just do the one in Ordon first, and then we'll get the one in Gerudo, and then we'll finally get on with the actual, you know, the fun part of Twilight Princess, which is, you know, anything but this. Man, this is another part of Hyrule Field we haven't been to in forever. That's crazy. Oh, remind me to also go to Castletown. I don't know why I'm talking to you right now. I don't care about you. I'm just gonna leave this in. Screw it. Okay, back in Faron Woods, and yes, it's kind of weird that they just hid one in Faron Woods, so it's not even on your Hyrule Field map. So you have to look at your main map to even be able to see it. But yes, there is one hidden in this little sacred grove back here. Note, may or may not actually be the sacred grove. In here. Beautiful. There should only be one more left, too. But that's not all, because just like in the Bridge of Eldin, there is actually a hidden goodie in here, and if we actually drop this statue in this hole right here, it might look familiar from earlier in the game. This is something we haven't done in a long time. Basically, all we have to do is set it in that stone, and then if we become a wolf, we actually can use our Minna super jump to get up to the top of this tree. Beautiful. And believe it or not, it goes through a loading screen too, just to get to this chest from the very beginning of the game, because it actually contains a piece of heart all the way at the beginning of the game. Crazy, I know. There's also a Poe in here. Man, they hid them everywhere. Okay, so I'll just meet you at Gerudo Valley now for that last Sky Ruin. Okay, back in Gerudo Desert, and yeah, you can just warp here using that warp point that we opened up earlier from taking the Bridge of Eldin out. And yes, you might remember this, I actually passed by this earlier in the game, because yes, this is actually mandatory, which is ridiculous, but we can use the Dominion Rod on this one as well, and just get it off this platform right here. We can also use it to to get to the Sky Ruin if we just place it right here. If Link could even jump. Please. Just jump, Link. It's all I've ever asked you to do. Just jump. There we go. Thank you. That was a dumb animation. Okay, finally, the Ancient Skybook is complete. This is a crucial clue to finding the path to the sky. I feel like we've read that sentence like 3 times now. Okay, so now we have to actually, I want to get that chest, so let's actually see if we can actually get it without falling down. Yeah, I have no idea how to actually get that then, because we can't get up this way. Okay, here, I think... Okay, you know what? Screw it. I don't even need rupees. What am I doing? It's just gonna be a heart piece or a frickin' Miiverse stamp in there, so screw it. I don't even need it. I'm going home. I'm just walking home. That looks gorgeous, though. Seeing Hyrule Castle right there. That's nicely shaded with the fog and everything. Oh, Jesus! I should probably pause. Speaking of that, before we actually head to Shad to talk about... his fancy skybook, let's actually head to Hyrule Castle. I know, which is crazy. And actually, let's actually get that wolf power up, because you can actually grab it before breaking the barrier of Hyrule Castle. Spoiler alert. But it's kind of like, it's weird. You wouldn't think you'd be able to. Okay, I'm in Hyrule Castle Town, and yes, if you can actually go to the north part of this town right here, and you can actually go all the way up here, even though there is a giant barrier blocking the way. And yes, believe it or not, the Golden Wolf is actually on the inside, or the outside of the barrier, so you can actually talk to the Golden Wolf before heading here proper, which is really interesting. And this is actually the first playthrough I've ever done where I've actually done this, which is interesting having this technique for this early, I guess. Hey. Sweet. Oh, really? Lay it on me, coach. Oh, right, the jump strike. You know, that attack I've used, like, once. He doesn't even bother splitting into multiple copies this time. He's just like, I don't know, just do it. Mm-hmm. The Great Spin. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, so the gimmick of the Great Spin is that it's basically an upgrade to your spin attack, but you can only be used when you have full health. So basically, it's just when you have full health, it's your Great Spin, your spin attack does massive damage and range, only when you have full health. So if you never get hit, this is the best technique in the game. But if you're always getting hit, then this technique isn't very good. The sound effect and the sound Link makes, though, is so satisfying now. Oh, it's also an unbelievably strong attack, so use it with caution. Nope, see you later, man. And that actually does it for all the sword techniques in the game, too. It should be noted, by the way, the game never confirms this, and I think I was only confirmed in Hyrule Historia, but I believe the Link, that the hero Shade that we've been talking to all this time is actually, apparently, the Link from Ocarina of Time, I believe. And Majora's Mask, by extension, I guess. Which is interesting, but, I don't know, the game doesn't give you, like, that much to work with, aside from the fact that, you know, he's called the hero Shade. Anyway, so let's actually leave this place, because we're not gonna get through. We're not gonna find Barrier Skip anytime soon. So let's just head back to Kakariko Village and talk with Shad about his nerdy book.